Hello my seedy friends. I had a lot of requests to do more videos, so I thought I would give you all an update. These are what the lentils look like. If you recall, I started the little lentils. I brought them in and out for, I don't know, a week or two while we were having the cold weather. And then now they've been consistently out for well over a week. These were from lentils that I bought at the grocery store. They're doing great. I will tell you that I planted like small rows. Like down at the end, you can see I had a few that damped off, you know, just from being cold and wet, even though I brought them in every night. So I'll be curious to see what happens with them. Little more update, my holy basil has sprouted. I have cayenne peppers, ground cherries. Thank you to Remy for those. Got some kale. Started some lettuce, my second batch of lettuce. Self-heal and sunflowers. These are all started from seed. Did a trade for some awesome squash plants. Got some tomatoes. Did you know that like this tomato plant here was just a cutting? I basically have this big tomato plant over here. It's a Sweet 100 cherry tomato. And when you go down to the tomato plant base and you pull off the suckers, like you see the sucker right there coming off. You see that one? See that sucker? Kind of not doing a good job with the camera, but you get the idea. When you pull that sucker off, you can put it right in water, and that'll make a whole nother tomato plant. And as you can see, the tomato plant easily roots. I put it in here in water for a couple days, right? See this one I'm doing? Let me get it farther away. You can see the roots forming, all the little hairs on the tomato plant. So any tomato plant that you're pulling the suckers off of, you can root them in water or just put rooting powder on them and put them right in the soil. This one was in water for a few days, and you can see it has flowers on it already. So you can multiply or triple your tomato plants quite easily. The rest of the tomatoes in here I started from seed. Actually not really sure what they are anymore at this point. A lot of the labels washed off. That's okay. I also had some rogue tomatoes start over here. I didn't think anything was alive in here, and I set a tray on top of it, and it helped these little tomatoes germinate. So what I do with extra tomato plants is I just give them away to anyone who wants them. This is anise hyssop. I always say hyssop, but I think it's hyssop. It's got a great anisey scent. And I just took this little, see this little planter? I just took this, I filled it with soil, and I just broadcast seeds across the whole thing. I've already given away a ton of these seeds. You can see I pulled some clumps out of there, a few clumps out of here. I don't know what I'm going to do with the rest of it. I've just kind of scattered them around and given them away freely. They're perennial. They come back every year. So they're great for tea. They're great for lots of different things. What else? I just got recently traded for some of the tomato starts and the anise hyssop for some chocolate mint and some orange mint. I'm very excited about that. The same gal that gave me the squash. Thank you, thank you. There's my garden. I'm not going to walk up there at this moment, but it's doing great. It's loaded with pea flowers. Making a little sun tea. Working on a good recipe for some sun tea. There's the girls. Working the summer garden or the spring garden. I have some exciting stuff growing. These are pink dandelions. That's right, I just said pink dandelions. I have some red oats that was given to me by Brandy, my sweet Brandy. Barley hasn't sprouted yet. This is, I believe, tatso, I think you say. I started it way too early because, you know, I was overzealous. But nice leaves, grows well, and I'm letting it go to seed, and I'm going to take the seeds that come from it, and see the seeds actually form, if you look on here, the seeds actually form like a small pod, so like a pea pod, And then I'm just gonna sprinkle the seeds in here and grow more. So it's not a loss at all, it's actually a gain. So instead of having just a couple plants, I'm gonna have a lot of seeds to grow more and share. Got some collard greens in here, sweet pepper plant, a few other random ditties. You can see I got some of the anise back here. The anise is gets about 3 feet tall, and it gets bushy, comes back every year. It's perennial. It's great. I have some great bush beans here that I started in a container. These are, I tried to label them this year, dragon's tongue bush beans. So they're doing well. A little feverfew for Maggie. Thank you, Maggie. And this, I had a couple people ask about this actually. I'm not sure if anyone's grown this or not, but it is awesome. This is amaranth. And I actually started this thanks to Bonnie. And Bonnie gave me these as microgreens, and I pulled a few out, and I've been growing them ever since. These will get, I guess, 10 foot tall. The leaves are edible. So we've been putting them in salads. And they're going to get a large seed head that we can eat like quinoa. Or we can feed them to the chickens. I'm sure the chickens would love them. So that's free chicken food. I'm going to save seeds, and I'll be growing them every year. And I guess they naturalize real easily. So I'll probably like scatter them along the hedgerow. And see if I can get them to grow on their own as weeds, which will be great. I have some radishes doing well. Carrots. Carrots are getting bushy. Some spaghetti squash in a container here. They're doing really good. I don't have any squash started yet. Maybe one little one there. Have some diamond eggplant mixed in with some more carrots. Working more cucumbers, are kind of small. I got beets. We've been eating the beet greens off of those with our salads. More green beans. Oh, I grow eggs in this pot. Thanks to one of my little chickens that does whatever she wants. She jumps out of the coop every day and goes over and lays an egg in my flower pot. So that's okay. She must like the scent of tarragon. So this is tarragon that comes back every year. And chamomile. Then I have over here I have 3 pots of potatoes, and then back there, I don't know if you can see it, I'll try and zoom in. That is the Ruth Stout garden. That's where you grow potatoes, right in loose hay. So it was a very nice area that I had a pile of compost for about a year. We used all the compost to put in the pots for the potatoes, and since it was such a nice area, I decided to put potatoes down and cover it with a layer of straw. So that's what's going on in my garden. I'm sure you noticed those beautiful wild berries. Those are the raspberries. They were here when we moved in. Wild, lots of thorns, fire pit back in the corner. Anyhow, hope you guys enjoyed the little update on the garden tour. And I'll be doing another one soon, because remember I showed you my potato experiment? Oh yeah, there's the chicken that lays the egg every day here up here in my flower garden. The potatoes are starting to sprout. So I planted them in soil, and I'll do another video there in the front yard. And they're definitely sprouting. So I'd love to hear your feedback, comments, any questions, things that I missed. I definitely have more stuff growing here that I didn't cover. Lemongrass, trying that out. And, oh, this one. This one's very exciting. I'll be excited to see how this one does. This is a black einkorn. Black einkorn wheat I'm growing. So, that's for Barb. Anyhow, hope y'all enjoy this beautiful evening. I'm getting eaten up by mosquitoes, so I'm going to head in. Good night.